Another poet that often touches something on childhood, I believe, is E.E. Cummings. Nobody loses all the time. Nobody loses all the time. I had an uncle named Saul who was a born failure, and nearly everybody said he should have gone into vaudeville, perhaps because my Uncle Saul could sing McCann. He was a diver on Xmas Eve like hell itself, which may or may not account for the fact that my Uncle Saul indulged in that possibly most inexcusable of all, to use a highfalutin phrase, luxuries, that is, or to wit, farming. And be it needlessly added, my Uncle Saul's farm failed because the chickens ate the vegetables. So my Uncle Saul had a chicken farm till the skunks ate the chickens, when my Uncle Saul had a skunk farm. But the skunks caught cold and died, and so my Uncle Saul imitated the skunks in a subtle manner, or by drowning himself in the water tank. But somebody who had given my Uncle Saul a Victor Victrola in records while he had lived presented to him upon the auspicious occasion of his decease a scrumptious, not to mention splendiferous funeral with tall boys in black gloves and flowers and everything. And I remember we all cried like the Missouri when my Uncle Saul's coffin lurched because somebody pressed a button, and down went my Uncle Saul and started a worm farm. Thank you.
Hey, Tom,
yes, sir.
Dave says that's not factually correct.
What, about the worm farm?
No, about losing. He says I'm a permanent loser.
Oh, well, I don't think so. There's always, the reincarnation.
I'll come back as a cat.
A little bit older kids and a little bit older folks, and the gulf that sometimes sits between us. The Kite Poem by James Merrill. One is reminded of a certain person, continued the parson, setting back in his chair with a glass of port, who sought to emulate the sport of birds. It was something of a chore. By climbing up on a kite, they found his coat 2 counties away. The man himself was missing. His daughters twittered. It was meant to be a lesson to them. They had been caught kissing or some such nonsense the night before under the crescent moon. So, finishing his pheasant, their father began this 30-minute discourse, ending with a story improbable from the start. He paused for breath, having shown but a few of the dangers. However, the wind blew out the candles, and the moon wrought changes which the daughters felt along their stockings. Then, thus persuaded, they fled to their young men, waiting in the sweet night by a raspberry bed, and kissed as though to escape on a kite. Thank you. One more poem for us old folks. How to be old.
Easy, just look at me.
No, it's difficult. It's just How to Be Old by Mae Swenson. It is easy to be young. Everyone is at first. It is not easy to be old. It takes time. Youth is given, age is achieved. One must work a magic to mix with time in order to become old. Youth is given, one must put it away like a doll in a closet. Take it out and play with it only on holidays. One must have many dresses and dress the doll impeccably, but not to show the doll, to keep it hidden. It is necessary to adore the doll, to remember it in the dark of the ordinary days, and every day congratulate one's aging face in the mirror. In time, one will be very old. In time, one's life will be accomplished. And in time, The doll, like new though ancient, will be found.